Doris Burke. The New Orleans Hornets preparing to defend home court in this Western Conference battle. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, and Kendrick Perkins, their front court trio. The backcourt comprised of Russell Westbrook and Thabo Sefolosha. And for the Hornets, Gordon the off guard with Aminu at the 3. Ryan Anderson is at the 4, with Anthony Davis at the 5, and it's Vasquez in at the point. The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good.
Well, last year the Chris Paul saga really dominated the headlines for New Orleans. But when you look back to it, you know, Paul handled it very maturely. I mean, he didn't go to the press and whine and complain. He was very quiet in his approach with management. He told them what he wanted. I thought they were respectful of him, and the whole thing ended up working out probably as well as it possibly could.
Now here's Westbrook. From the line, jump shot is good that time.
And he will punish an opponent for giving him that much room from mid-range. He'll hit that all day.
See, that's a good point. In this day and age, when a lot of trade demands are done through the media, Paul and the Hornets seem to make the most of what could have been, I think, probably a pretty ugly situation.
Well said, Kevin. They did do a good job in handling that. And you got to give both sides credit. The player isn't happy. He doesn't have to make all sorts of waves about it. Just tell the team and see if they can work together to get a amicable solution.
Ibaka dishes to Westbrook. The dish to Sefolosha. Inside to Perkins. It's stolen by Davis. And Aminu kicks to Davis. The feet to Aminu. Gordon. He dishes it to Vasquez. Back to Gordon. From outside the arc. They grab their own miss. And Anderson gets it to go.
Well, you're not going to get a more high-quality look than that. Terrific offensive rebound there.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play.
You know, one of the big breakout stories from last season was Ryan Anderson making a big splash on the NBA landscape. He'll get to be part of a youth movement now in New Orleans as he joined them in the summer.
It's stolen by Aminu.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
Now Westbrook gets it to go.
Well, going back to Anderson, I think the move made a lot of sense for New Orleans to pick him up. You've got a dominant player in Anthony Davis, or a potentially dominant one down the road. And you always have to free up space for guys like that in the lane. Ryan Anderson, the best shooting big man in the NBA. So he'll give that floor spacing that Davis will need. And it's going to be fun to watch these two play together.
Free throw no good for Westbrook.
Well, you can see it happening. You knew the Thunder were poised for a deep playoff run last year after coming up short to the Mavericks in 2011. They made quick work of them in the first round last year.
Here is Vasquez. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Gordon missing.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Westbrook. Over Gordon. Again, the Thunder score. Looking back on that series, Clark, it was a bit of a statement from the Thunder to go out and sweep the defending champions. Had a couple close games in there. But to do it in Dallas, I thought, with a Game 4 series-clinching win, was pretty impressive. I know, Steve, you thought so as well.
Oh, no question. And then, of course, they followed that up by beating the Lakers and then San Antonio before finally losing to Miami in the finals. So you look at that murderer's row of opponents that they had to face in the playoffs, and to win 3 series, pretty remarkable.
And the first one at the line is good.
And I thought the Hornets made some quiet moves last year that really helped in their rebuilding process. They were able to strengthen their guard rotation with the additions of Grievous Vasquez and Xavier Henry.
And both free throws good for Gordon. Going back to the Hornets, when you rebuild, there isn't really one guy, Clark, to bring in to do it. You sort of have to kind of gather talent and let it grow. That seems to be the approach down in New Orleans.
Yeah, and that's a good approach, I think. Credit the Hornets for doing that last year. They gave guys that hadn't had much opportunity pretty heavy minutes, and in doing so, may have discovered some diamonds in the rough.
Now here's Westbrook. 6 points for him. Aminu grabs the miss. Now let's go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Brooks.
He said that one player he's really wary of is Anthony Davis, adding he can impact the game in so many ways. Defense, shot blocking, rebounding, and scoring. He's still adding muscle, and we've got to capitalize on that strength advantage at both ends. Kevin, that's the MO for any young player. We'll see how he stands up to it.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And Durant, here we go. Perkins, the pass to Westbrook. Backs down. They shoot again. And it's good on the way up. Westbrook's got 8 points. So it's the Hornets now. They trail by 1. Vasquez dishes to Gordon. Pass to Anderson. Kicks to Aminu. He kicks to Vasquez. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And Monty Williams, a former first-round pick of Notre Dame, out of Notre Dame, played 9 seasons in the NBA. And I know that playing experience is clearly an asset for a head coach.
Now here's Gordon. He feeds it to Vasquez. They set the pick. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. And going back to Coach Monty Williams, Steve, do you think having been a player really helps a coach?
I think so, Kevin. The players automatically respect somebody who has been in their shoes, who understands what the NBA is all about. But that respect will go away if they don't believe in the coach and his work ethic and his intelligence. And the good thing with Monty Williams, not only did he play, but he's a really bright guy who the players will pick up on right away for being really sharp and with it.
So here's Westbrook following the basket by Anthony Davis. Double team on Westbrook. Davis with the double team. Durant, he's covered by Aminu. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Robin Lopez is checked in for Davis. And then for Oklahoma City, Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. And it's Harden in for Serge Ibaka. The Hornets leading by 3. Outside Gordon. And the pass to Aminu. Dishes it to Vasquez. To the middle. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
I just got to say this. I mean, the Thunder fans have really been spoiled since the team moved to Oklahoma City. 4 years in, and they've made the playoffs in all but the first season.
Thunder trailing by 3. Back to Oklahoma City, made the playoffs, gone deep more often than not, and talk about winning over a city when they relocated Steve from Seattle. They have done that and more.
Well, that city has really embraced the franchise, Kevin, and it helps when you've got guys like Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook who are not only phenomenal players to watch, but really good people who the community can embrace. So I think the love affair between the team and the community is going to last a long time.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
And Durant backing in. Goes straight up. And Eric Gordon pulls it down.
He's laboring out there right now, guys. The shot has not been falling for him this quarter.
Here is Vasquez. He's covered by Collison. Anderson kicks to Lopez. 5 to shoot. Over Durant. The shot's good from Lopez. And it's a 5-point Hornet lead.
Well, he can squeeze himself into the box score every now and then.
Harden the pass to Durant. Harden. He passes it to Westbrook. Westbrook gets a screen from Collison. And Westbrook, here we go. Good. Westbrook's got 10.
He's been producing all night. It's up to the rest of his team to start kicking in a little bit. You know, it's hard to believe, but they say Westbrook couldn't dunk until his senior year in high school. Now he's one of the best point guards in terms of dunking the ball that we've ever seen in this league. Incredible strength and quickness, just explodes to the rim.
Back to Durant. Gets the bucket.
Yeah, when you play against him, Kevin, the first thing you want to address is making it harder on him to go to work down low. If you let him get position inside, it's going to be a long night for you.
And with him, given how well he shoots the ball, sometimes it doesn't matter how tight the defense is on him. As long as his shot isn't blocked, chances are he's knocking it down.
Here's Gordon. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Here's Anderson. Can't get it to go. And the Thunder going the other way now. And for Westbrook, with strength, quickness, leaping ability, he's got the tools to get to the rim, but it's also about that motor. His motor never stops.
No, and sometimes it does need to stop or at least idle down, but you love it. You would much rather have a guy that you have to turn down than you have to turn on. He's always on, hot-wired, and perhaps part of his growth will be being able to manage that a little bit better. But he's a north and south guy. He's not only coming at you, he's looking to go through you.
And it's tied up with that one.
You know, you look at the Hornets, and it's still a relatively new franchise. Originally in Charlotte, that's where that team started. They've only been in the league since 1988, Kevin, and they've had a lot of success in a relatively brief tenure.
Here is Vasquez. And Davis throws it down.
And again, the lead changes hands.
Yep, back and forth we go, Steve. I mean, back and forth, neither side caving in.
Here is Harden, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Jones kicks to Harden. He feeds it to Cook. Fires for three. And then Jones with the jam. Hornets have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Here is Vasquez. Passes to Henry. Over Cook. Henry misses. Back to the Hornets since their formation, 1988, as you said, Clark. They've only missed out on the playoffs 12 times. That includes the first 4 years when they're just an expansion team trying to get their legs under them. Yep. So, Steve, not that bad a history.
No, not bad. And they're one of the better stories you can hope for if you're an expansion team. I mean, they really were amazing in Charlotte with their attendance, their appeal to that community. They're now trying to build up a franchise in New Orleans with a young star in Anthony Davis.
Here is Harden after the Hornets pick up 3. Out of the dish to Collison. Cook. Oklahoma City moving it around. On the basket by Jones. Jones has got his second bucket of the game to go.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Now the feed to Vasquez. Over Harden. Vasquez can't get it to go.
Nice early advantage for them on the glass, guys.
You know, part of rebounding well early is just going after the ball and boxing out. I mean, establishing that tone so that you can maintain it later in the game.
Now here's Collison. Clock at 6. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Nick Collison, I'll tell you, he's one of my favorite players in the NBA. Real pros pro. The effort, the intelligence. He's one of those guys who's always in the right place at the right time, rebounding the ball, taking charges, and freeing up his teammates with picks.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Well, Nick Collison, a one-time high school player of the year in the state of Iowa. In fact, he was co-player of the year with Kirk Heinrich. Both played at Kansas. Great All-America careers there. And Clark, one of the true impact blue-collar players in the NBA.
Has a real understanding of what it means to be a role player. Does everything necessary to help his team win and doesn't complain about it. He just shows up and does it.
Rivers with it, guarded now by Durant. Gets it to go. Rivers has got his first points of the game.
Been a little too easy for them inside, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Steve. I mean, they've really dictated the action in the paint. That's been their focus, and the defense hasn't mounted much resistance at all.
That's going to be important for this team to fight over the top of screens defensively.
Yeah, you got to tag him and stay right close to him because with his touch, he doesn't need much space to get his shot off.
Now here's Rivers. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Well, everyone seems to have the hot hand here early on.
You know, if they keep up this scoring pace, we'll definitely see some big point totals from both of these teams.
Durant sets a screen for Harden. Back to Westbrook. Right side Durant. Open look. And the basket good. Durant's got 8 points.
You know, it's easy to take him for granted because we're so used to seeing him make those kinds of plays.
It's a tie game in New Orleans. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
26.
Second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think? From the New Orleans arena, back in a moment. And the Thunder with the possession here. On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. At the 2, 3, 4 respectively, the trio of James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Serge Ibaka. Russell Westbrook out there with Nick Collison. They now take the lead. And that's now 6 points for James Harden.
Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there.
Now here's Rivers. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Stolen by Durant. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, James Harden, last year's Sixth Man of the Year, he gives the Thunder a boost of energy and offense when he steps onto the court. And he'll tell you that enthusiasm is built in. It all comes with the package, he said. That excitement on the court, I'm the same way off the court. I like to have fun, meet people. I like to give high fives to the kids courtside. That's my personality, and I'm definitely starting to show it a lot more now. Guys?
Well, from the beard to his three-point celebrations, he's a guy who's very comfortable expressing himself. Thanks, Doris.
You know, it came down to the end of the season between the Thunder and the Spurs last year for that #1 seed out west, and the Spurs were able to get it just by a nose, but the Thunder kept pace with them in the conference.
Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Vasquez comes in for Eric Gordon. Both free throws good from Westbrook. And a big part, Clark, of why they were able to keep pace was their play against other teams in the Western Conference. They just waltzed right through them, Steve, and it was, for them, a pretty easy venture.
Yeah, pretty remarkable. They would finish with a 34-14 record against other teams in the West, and you know that put them right behind the Spurs, and that's why those two teams were the top seeds going into the postseason.
Right now, they're just pillow-like inside. Way too soft. Too many looks at and around the hoop.
Yep, totally agree, Clark. 10 of the last 12 points now that they've surrendered have come inside that lane area.
To the paint. Here's Henry. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Vasquez has got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Durant. He dishes it to Maynard. Back to Durant. Pass to Westbrook. Over Anderson. Oh! Kicks to Maynard. Oklahoma City moving it around. Durant with it. Picked up by Rivers. He kicks it to Maynard. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Henry.
Wow, what a throwdown. That athletic play. Incredible.
Boy, sensational slam right there. He's a beast.
He can go straight over the top of you if you're in his way.
And he's always waiting for a chance to show off his aerial skills.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Sprite. Good stuff.
And with the Thunder, this is Scott Brooks' first head coaching opportunity. There's no question he's made the most of it. He was Coach of the Year back in 2010. And that team has so much stability as an organization, but also as a coaching staff and as a roster. They seem to be getting better and better every year.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And finished off by Rivers.
Taking it hard to the rack for the big throwdown.
And give an unofficial assist, Clark, to his teammate for setting the screen that freed him up.
Yeah, good call, Kevin. That was really the key to the play.
The Thunder with the lead. And for Coach Brooks, you really have to appreciate, Steve, the way he's gotten all the players to buy into being unselfish, that defensive first mentality.
Yeah, no question. And give the general manager credit, too, for putting together a group of guys who are high character and who already have that gene in them to really want the team to do well. Led, of course, by Kevin Durant, the superstar who is also the backbone of this club, Russell Westbrook as well. But Brooks deserves a lot of credit. He's put this together and he's made it work, and really a nice situation in Oklahoma City.
And he makes the first.
He's one of the best unknown players in the league, Kevin, and what I mean by that is he doesn't score a lot. You know, the rebounding totals aren't going to jump off the page at you, but he just wins. In fact, he has one of the best plus-minus ratings in the entire league.
He just knows how to play. A great team, great individual defender, hustle guy. He'll put his body on the line time and again, and if it means it'll be making a winning play, this guy will do it.
You can tell a lot about a team by how it handles its business on the road. Typically, that's a good barometer of what kind of success a team is going to have, what they get done on the road. The Thunder showed last year they were going to be right in the mix with their road play.
Here is Harden after Eric Gordon's bucket. Harden dishes to Cephalosha. And there's the 3-second violation. And the Thunder making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Yeah, the Thunder finished 21-12 on the road last season. For a team so good at home to be able to win on the road like they did, Steve, I thought that was incredibly impressive.
Well, to be an elite team in the NBA, Kevin, you have to win on the road. You've got to control your home court and then be able to go out and grind out wins away from home, and that's exactly what Oklahoma City has established the last couple of seasons.
Cephalosha misses.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Gordon kicks to Rivers. Down low. Here's Davis. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Anthony Davis, the #1 overall pick in the draft. National champion and most outstanding player of the Final Four with Kentucky. And the potential is just incredible. So skilled, so big, good kid, likes coaching, loves basketball. He's got an incredible future ahead of him.
Clark, for Davis, the offense going to come, but, you know, he is seen as a player who can be a franchise defensive presence, and that might be enough right there.
Well, last year in college, he averaged 5 block shots per game, the most blocks ever by an NCAA freshman, 4th overall in the history of NCAA hoops. So he's going to block shots, and he actually keeps a lot of them in bounds, so that'll impact any team he plays for, even at the NBA level.
Xavier Henry, he's checked in for New Orleans. Kevin Durant's checked in for the Thunder. Westbrook comes in for Eric Maynard. He doesn't get the second one.
Well, Kevin, you know, after the Chris Paul trade, you knew it was going to be a tough year for the Hornets, especially with some other injuries they had, and it was. It ended with the worst home record in the Western Conference. Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
Feeds to Rivers. On the wing, Eric Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Smith the pass to Rivers. From downtown and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. The Thunder have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Tries to snap the cold streak. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. Clark, never easy watching a team rebuild and struggle like the Hornets, but they knew they would have to do some of that at some point. And, you know, I guess, Steve, they feel they're going to be okay.
Well, they did the right thing. You know, they revamped, they retooled, and obviously got lucky in the lottery. They were able to draft Anthony Davis. But they've got some nice young pieces now on that team, and it looks to be a franchise on the rise. Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
Good on the shot.
You know, if their plan was to keep going inside a ton, it sure has paid off. I mean, it seems like every bucket they get is in the lane.
Well, no reason to take an outside shot if you're scoring at will from inside the paint.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 10. Dishes it to Smith. Here's the pass to Henry. The shot from the low post is good. Henry's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
And here's Westbrook. 14 points for him. Durant drawing the double team. The shot's good from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 16 points.
He's been so solid. You've got to keep him out there on the floor, really doing a nice job for the offense.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
The thing that I like about Russell Westbrook is that he steadily improves each year. You know, he's so devastating as a penetrator and a finisher in transition. And his jump shot is getting better, too. He's not elite, but it's gotten to the point where he can hit it consistently. And that's why he's such an amazing scorer.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Thunder. Now here's Rivers. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Gordon. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Ibaka. And Westbrook, here we go. Gets it to go. And it's a 7-point Thunder lead. And when you see Westbrook pull up into that jumper, he gets wide open.
Well, you know the reason why. Defenders have to play him for the drive, so they're 2 steps off of him usually. So anytime he drives or attempts to drive, he can pull up and get space for that jumper pretty much when he wants to.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, as you know, this Oklahoma City Thunder team made it all the way to the finals last year. A great achievement for a team so young. And, of course, they still have plenty of room to grow. One big area is improving their passing. Last season, they were dead last in the league in assists. A lot of one-on-one basketball making up their offense. Forward Nick Collison said, "What's going to make us an elite team is being able to play together and share the basketball." I think the higher we go in that statistic will be good for us. Being able to get more wins in a tough playoff series when the defense is really good. You have to be able to move the ball, and that's what we have to focus on. Kevin, they're trying to make a move in that direction.
Doris, we saw that in San Antonio in that series. It almost seemed like they started to incorporate some of the Spurs' great passing into their offense. Just getting better. Smith with a screen on Harden. Gordon kicks to Smith. Over Harden. Nice shot by Smith. Now just a 2-point Thunder lead.
Well, I tell you what, this team has done a really good job of taking what's available in the mid-range game.
Yeah, sometimes you can't get all the way into the paint, so you've got to pull up and shoot those mid-range shots, and they're doing a nice job of knocking them down.
Now here's Durant. He's got 13. Shots good. Durant's got 7 now in this quarter.
Starting to build a head of steam here. He had a good first quarter, but it's been even better here in the second.
Westbrook against Rivers. He feeds it to Henry. And Durant sends it back. Gets it to go. Aminu's got his first 2 points. Well, Thunder have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over right now.
You know, guys, you look at Al-Farouq Aminu, and a top 10 pick back in 2008, one of the young players traded away for Chris Paul. I think he's a terrific athlete, but still working to develop his all-around skills. But he's got tremendous upside, I think.
Some changes for New Orleans. Robin Lopez is checked in for Jason Smith. Anderson comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Vasquez in for Eric Gordon. And then for Oklahoma City, Nick Collison's checked in for Durant. Daquan Cook comes in for Cephalosha. And it's Maynard in for James Harden.
And going back to Aminu, Clark, what you love about him is the length and the athleticism. And he can handle the ball. Should be a good defensive player as well because of that frame. I think what he's got to establish is who is he offensively? You know, what position does he play? How's he going to score? What's his game? You just can't let him get that close to the hoop.
The Thunder shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2. Collison's shot is good. There's a minute 47 left here in the second. Here is Vasquez. He has 7. He passes to Henry. Over Cook. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Starting to get a little momentum here after that scoreless first quarter.
Thunder shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Westbrook kicks to Collison. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Cook. There's the dish to Ibaka. Shoots. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Looked like the defense kind of backed off him, and he took advantage.
59 seconds left in the first half. The feed now to Henry. He dishes it to Rivers. 6 to shoot. Here's Vasquez. The Thunder pull it in. Collison's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Maynard dishes to Collison. It's blocked. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good from Collison. New Orleans making some changes here. Davis is checked in for Lopez. Aminu comes in for Xavier Henry. And it's Gordon in for Rivers. Then for the Thunder, Jones comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Harden in for Eric Maynard. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The Hornets trail by 3. Aminu, the pass to Vasquez. 20 seconds left now here in the second. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. And the Thunder making a switch here. The Thunder leading by 3. Harden with it. 8 points for him. Pass to Westbrook. The second chance points on the tip in. 6 points for Perry Jones.
Well, I'm impressed with the determination he showed right there, getting himself into good position under the glass. Did his work early there.
Yeah, with the presence of mind, know just where the rebound was going to go to.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in. That was beautiful.
And we're through 2 here in a good one. It's the Thunder. They're up by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's halftime out in New Orleans with a great one going on out there. Glad to have you with us. Oklahoma City up on top against New Orleans. A superb team on the offensive end. They've been in peak form so far. Russell Westbrook just having his way against New Orleans. High percentage looks in the first half. Amazing work from the field. Shooting in the high 60s. That's big time bucket buying. And giving it their all, the New Orleans Hornets. They've done a great job executing their offense. They've been avoiding sloppy mistakes. They've gotten some great minutes out of Eric Gordon. He's got 13 points, and he's also contributed on the glass. Now let's get back over to Kevin Harlan and the rest of our crew as the second half gets underway.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, we know he can score, so it's not really a huge shock to see him put up these kind of big numbers.
And I would think that he most likely will continue to carry on this kind of play into the 4th.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, Ryan Anderson is at the 4 with Anthony Davis at the 5. Gordon the off guard with Aminu at the 3. And it's Vasquez in at the 1 spot. And here are the Hornets now, following Durant's 3-point attempt. Clock at 4. Here's Gordon. Gordon with another miss.
Good, tough defense there, getting a hand up, forcing that miss.
Well, he's got the reputation of being a tough defender, and there was an example right there for him.
Now here's Perkins, looking for his first bucket of the game. And Durant gets it to go. Durant's got the first bucket of the 3rd here for the Thunder. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. Aminu with it, guarded now by Durant. And Aminu kicks to Davis, kicks it to Gordon. And it's blocked. Left side, Westbrook. Backs him down. Outside for Durant. Shoots the 3. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. And it's a 10-point Thunder lead.
It's just scary when you think about the potential of Durant and Westbrook. Last year we saw both of them score 40 points in one game together. And I think at some point it's not out of the realm of possibility that we could see them both average 30 points a game in a season.
And here's Gordon following the 3 from Kevin Durant. And the basket by Gordon.
Well, Gordon is known for his ability to knock down threes. Tremendous range from the 3-point line and beyond for Gordon. And I think what makes him dynamic is his strength and his ability to use the threat of the 3-point shot to draw defenders out and then attack the rim from there.
That is scary on a player like Eric Gordon, too, Steve. I mean, you know they'll start looking his way at the end of close games. So not only are you worried about him stepping up and knocking one down from deep, but you also know he can get to the rim and maybe create a 3-point play.
Aminu misses. You know, Steve, they both finished in the top 5 in scoring last year. Durant leading the way with 28 a game. Westbrook finishing with 23.6 a contest. Clark, it really is within the realm, I think, of possibility.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if they were able to accomplish that, they'd be one of the all-time great tandems, Kevin. If I had to bet on it, though, I don't think they'll do it, as there are a lot of other great players on the Thunder roster that will take up shots, but it'll be interesting to watch going forward.
Like James Harden, for instance.
Yeah, he's a really outstanding scorer and playmaker.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Kevin Durant is one of those guys we would call just a basketball junkie. Can't get enough of the game. You remember during the lockout, he made a name for himself in all those street ball tournaments and pro-am games. Fun for him and a great way to really embrace the fans, and he put on a show everywhere he went.
Seems like he went up against LeBron a couple times in some of those venues.
I think they did go head-to-head.
Here's Vasquez. Sweet little floater. Vasquez has got 9.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Westbrook gets a screen from Ibaka. Westbrook drives in. Pulls up, high post, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Going back to Durant staying active and connecting with his fans. That summer he dropped in on a college flag football game, I recall, Steve, in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Yeah, how cool would that be to be an intramural quarterback and you get to throw the ball up top to Kevin Durant with those long arms? That's a pretty easy throw to make.
Sefolosha dishes to Westbrook. Outside Durant. He's covered by Aminu. The fadeaway. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. There's the double team with Westbrook. Vasquez passes to Anderson. He kicks it to Vasquez. 6 on the shot clock. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Not much doubt about that over the back call.
Yeah, he was all over his back that time. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride.
Some changes for New Orleans. Robin Lopez is checked in for Davis. Jason Smith comes in for Ryan Anderson. And it's Rivers in for Eric Gordon. And then for Oklahoma City, Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. Jones comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Harden in for Thabo Sefolosha.
That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
Vasquez kicks to Aminu. Stolen by Durant. Harden against Smith. Harden dishes to Westbrook. Over Rivers. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Well, he's smart. He's getting good shots and he's knocking them down.
Here is Vasquez. He's got 9. The alley-oop pass. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Way too loose on that inbounds pass.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for New Orleans. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Maynard's checked in. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 15-6 run. Gordon against Harden. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Durant for 3. That is good. Durant's got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, another uncontested 3 there. They've got to make some kind of an adjustment. I mean, they're giving up way too many open 3s.
Well, the last 5 hoops, 3 have come off wide open 3-pointers, Clark. So it's one thing to give up 1, but you start giving 3-pointers up in bunches, you're in big trouble.
Aminu, the pass to Smith, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Hornets get their 7th free throw attempt here.
Well, you take a look back to last year, guys. This is a club that converted about 76% of its free throws.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Well, trying times for Eric Gordon last season. Traded to the Hornets for Chris Paul, and then in the first game of the season injured his knee. Ended up getting knee surgery in February. Missed a lot of time. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this season.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Davis is checked in for Jason Smith. Anderson comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. And it's Vasquez in for Eric Gordon. On defense, Oklahoma City. Rivers kicks to Vasquez. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Davis dishes to Vasquez. From down in the low post, it goes. Vasquez has got 4 points in the quarter. And Steve, I think for Gordon, it came out that the knee injury may have preceded the trade, some cartilage damage. That was what ended up requiring the surgery.
And the really powerfully built leapers in the NBA can suffer damage to their knees. It's a demanding game. It puts a lot of torque and pressure on the knee joint. Gordon has trimmed some of the baby fat since joining the NBA, but he's still one of the strongest guards in the league, and he has to be mindful of how much weight he's carrying.
And Rivers with the basket on the assist by Vasquez. And that's now 11 points for Austin Rivers. The Thunder leading by 14. Maynard the pass to Harden. Cook lets it go from deep, and that one's good.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
Yeah, and that's fine as long as you're making them, but make sure you don't start launching bad shots. That's a problem.
And so here is New Orleans after Oklahoma City gets the three. Vasquez kicks to Anderson. Clock at 6. Over Cook. Anderson's shot is off.
And that rebound pushes their margin to +5 on the board. Solid job on the glass.
Well, it's just part of what they've done here to build this big lead, and it shouldn't be overlooked. I mean, rebounding is a huge part of this game.
And it's the Hornets with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. Vasquez dishes to Davis. Defended by Durant. The fader. It's hauled in by Collison. Collison's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Maynard. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Now here's Rivers. He's got 11. Feeds to Anderson. Dishes to Davis. Vasquez passes to Rivers. Anderson against Durant. Anderson kicks to Vasquez. The rebound by Harden. And Davis gets it to go.
Again, they attack the hoop from the lane, and it's been really good to them.
Yeah, they're getting whatever they want down there. That's 4 of their last 5 buckets coming in the paint area.
Now, here is Harden. 12 points for him. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Well, the reason Anthony Davis was the consensus #1 pick was you just don't find big men with his length, athleticism, and energy very often. So good defensively with his shot blocking, with his range, and then offensively he has the chance to be special as well. He could be a franchise-type player in this league.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Robin Lopez. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Collison. Baca comes in for Kevin Durant. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Daquan Cook. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Eric Maynard. Westbrook, no good. Going back to Anthony Davis for just a second here, Clark. The other thing here about him, aside from his obvious talent on the floor, is that off the floor, he is just a great person.
Yeah, he's a terrific teammate because he only cares about winning, and he's not worried about his numbers or stats. He's really the type of young man who can not only produce in a winning way, but can help you lead in a winning way, too.
11 feet away, here's Perkins, and he drops it in following the offensive rebound. And the Thunder lead by 17. Vasquez kicks to Rivers. Inside, Davis. Poked away. Sefolosha with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Ibaka gets the bucket.
Another turnover and another hoop the other way.
You know, a lot of the points they've given up, guys, have been the result of turnovers, and when you turn it over, there's no way to set your defense. Better offense will lead to better defense because you do have a chance to get set.
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
This is a nice lead they've built. Very good job controlling the glass this game.
You've got to be pleased as a coach to see how your team has boxed out. Very fundamentally sound basketball.
Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, it's really the kind of game you expect from him, guys. I mean, extremely efficient, taking a lot of good shots.
1:29 left in the third quarter. Now the pass to Aminu. 5 on the clock. He feeds it to Rivers. This one for three. Tries again. Buries the jump shot. Rivers has got 13 points. And the Thunder with the possession here. Outside Westbrook. Makes the lead pass. Stolen by Rivers. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Aminu.
I like that foul. You don't want to give up an easy two in transition.
No, you don't want to give up a layup. Make him earn them from the stripe, and maybe you get a break and he makes only one of the free throws or misses them both.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. And the Hornets making a change here. Smith has checked in. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant's checked in for Kendrick Perkins. Two free throws for Aminu. Now Westbrook. 22 points for him. Passes it to Durant. Durant drawing the double team. Cephalosha kicks to Harden. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And Ibaka slams it in.
I don't think it's possible to make a better pass than that, guys.
And he finished so well, Clark, too. Not too shabby on that jam.
Not bad at all.
And it takes perfect timing to pull off that alley-oop, but these two guys seem to have that synergy between each other.
Vasquez dishes to Aminu. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. In for the dunk.
Yeah, he spent a little extra time on the rim there. It looked like he wanted to do a pull-up.
Looked like he's checking his landing. I think Clark, man, pretty big statement, too.
Yeah, so he'd have the refs believe.
The Hornets have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Aminu.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Yeah, that's keeping them close. It's going to take a full effort here in the second half, but they've got to continue to knock down these free throws.
And that one's good. And that's now 24 points for Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, saw just a little bit of daylight, went right to the rim.
And that's not going to go. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome.
70.
Thunder lead by 18. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. As the fourth quarter gets going, let's swing it over to Doris Burke to find out who's had the Sprite uncontainable game. Doris?
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Thunder put together, they get the Uncontainable Game Award. A big run by them in the third quarter is the difference right now as they've opened up this game. Guys, 1 quarter left to play, but they look to be in complete control.
Doris, thank you. And what a concerted effort they put together tonight.
And, you know, that was really the uncontainable aspect in this game, Kevin. They got on the same page as a team and pretty much did what they wanted for the entire stretch.
Well, clearly it's a different game without that scoring run. That was a game-changing run, no doubt.
So for Oklahoma City right now, it's Westbrook at the 1 with Harden and Durant flanking him at the 2 and 3. Nick Collison out there with Perry Jones. Now here's Gordon. He passes to Vasquez. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. The Thunder leading by 18. And Westbrook, here we go. That's good. Westbrook's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Thunder.
Well done finishing that one off.
Here is Vasquez. Outside Gordon. Smith sets the pick for Gordon. Smith, he's covered by Collison. Nice shot by Smith. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. And for the Thunder, they're shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting on all cylinders. And Durant backing in. No good. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way. Here is Vasquez. Tries for the alley-oop. Aminu misses.
That would have been a nice alley-oop there.
Well, you got to love the effort, though. Almost showtime.
Not much doubt about that over-the-back call.
Yeah, he was all over his back that time. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Davis comes in for Jason Smith. And it's Rivers in for Vasquez. The Thunder also changing it up. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Collison. Baca comes in for Jones. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Rivers following the shot by Kevin Durant. Can't get it to go. An even 3-on-3 break. Double team on Westbrook. Here's Perkins. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, you look at Kendrick Perkins, traded a couple of seasons ago from Boston to Oklahoma City. The numbers are down from his Boston days, but it is a different team. Oklahoma City, much more perimeter-oriented. They really ask Perkins just to defend and rebound.
First free throw is good. Part of the story for Perkins with his numbers going down somewhat, he underwent knee surgery. Recall that back in 2010, Clark. It can take a couple years to come back from that.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly, Kevin, because you can come back within a year of a knee injury, but it's not until that second year when you've had a chance to work on your knee and your game that you get back close to 100%.
And so Perkins nails both of them.
And the Thunder, when they acquired Kendrick Perkins, they considered him to be the final piece to the puzzle, to be that rebounder, shot blocker, intimidator that you need in playoff basketball.
And here is Sefolosha. Outside Westbrook. The dish to Durant. Over Aminu. Blocked. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Vasquez, he's checked in for Rivers. James Harden, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now off the inbound. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And Kendrick Perkins really fitting into the hard-working nature of this Thunder team. Training hard in the summer to get in peak condition. He prides himself on that.
Yeah, and it sets a nice example for his young teammates. It's taken him a while to recover from that knee surgery, but I still think it was an ideal acquisition for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Here's Westbrook after Eric Gordon's bucket. To the paint. Sefolosha passes to Perkins. Buries it down low. And the Thunder lead by 18.
And defensively, you've got to try to keep the ball on the perimeter.
Yeah, he's not going to miss those, not often anyway. The defense has to muscle up and deny him that position to have a chance.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Well, Thabo Sefolosha out of Switzerland, really a defensive stopper and a three-point shooter. But last season was a tough one for him. A torn tendon in his foot caused him to miss a good chunk of the year. He did come back in mid-March, but that was a tough thing to go through for him.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Thabo Sefolosha. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Anderson kicks to Gordon. Three-pointer. Shot is off. Good D by Harden. And Steve, you mentioned Sefolosha as a three-point shooter. It really wasn't until last season that he started hitting that shot with any kind of regularity.
Yeah, and a big leap for him out there. He went from shooting 27% from long range to almost 44%. He can continue that. The Thunder will be a lot tougher to handle.
Shot clock at 3.
Eric Gordon. That's his second personal foul. Third team foul.
Outside Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. And Durant, here we go. Over Aminu.
Hornets foul.
Again, the Thunder score.
Anytime they've needed a hoop, he's taken over one shot after another. Boy, is he playing well.
Vasquez kicks to Gordon. Anderson, a screen on Hart. Gordon with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. No coverage that time.
Anderson.
Here is Harden. Outside Westbrook. Over Vasquez. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one. The feed to Aminu. Outside Gordon. New Orleans moving the ball around. He dishes it to Aminu. Easy shot. Again, the Hornets score.
He's showing some signs of life here in the second after having a very forgettable first half.
The Thunder leading by 18. Harden outside. It's Durant on the wing. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Vasquez kicks to Gordon. Gordon off a pick from Davis. Fires top of the key. And the shot is good. And that's 20 points for Eric Gordon.
Great screen there. It sprung him open, and he took advantage.
Thunder have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. Westbrook kicks to Harden. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Thunder lead by 18. The Hornets have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Outside Gordon. Left side Gordon. Pass to Davis. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hornets will retain possession.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Shot clock at 6. That's a 2 from Gordon and blocked.
He may want to start spreading the ball around a little bit. His shot is off right now.
That's good.
Russell Westbrook.
30 points for Russell Westbrook.
I like it. He could have gone for the forced finish, but opted instead for kind of the nice smooth finger roll. I like it.
Here's Vasquez. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 7 rebounds in the game. Ibaka right side. Back to Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
Always some entertainment value when you go with the windmill jam.
Yeah, rim shaker and Steve a wrist breaker.
Outrageous, man.
The Sprite replay really gave you a good look at the action. Outside Gordon. Kicks it to Vasquez. And it's Gordon missing.
And that's the way it's been. A big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And in this one, they've done it, and it's paid off on the scoreboard in a big way.
Now here's Westbrook. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Anderson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here is Vasquez. He kicks to Aminu. Over Ibaka. Kicks it out to Gordon. Right side Gordon. Anderson. Dishes to Vasquez. Gordon. He's covered by Westbrook. Looking to end the drought. Shot is blocked. On the wing, Harden. He's guarded by Davis. Lets it go with a 3. Outside Westbrook. Right side Westbrook. Westbrook double team. Here's Durant. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. And that's now 33 points for Kevin Durant.
As soon as the double team came, he immediately looked to find the open man.
outside Gordon. And it's good. Gordon's got 22.
He's a guy that'll take it right into the teeth of the defense. A lot of his points come from inside of 5 feet.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
You know, guys, when you look around the league, it seems like a lot of the starting centers around the NBA are from that 2008 draft class. Not often you see so many quality bigs come out of the same year.
Durant kicks to Harden. Westbrook feeds it to Durant. Working on Anderson. Over Gordon. No good from Durant. And Steve, that point you made about the 2008 big men. Brook Lopez was the first taken and lasted until pick 10.
Yeah, and you know, maybe the best one of all actually lasted well into the first round, and that was Roy Hibbert, who just signed a max deal with the Pacers. But you also had Robin Lopez, Ibaka, DeAndre Jordan, so a lot of talented big men in that class.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. And there's the pass to Ibaka. Back to Westbrook. Gets it to go. Westbrook's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, a nice little trend developing here, fellas. I mean, that's 8 of their last 10 from inside the paint.
Yeah, they're getting high percentage looks down there. Their offense is really clicking. I don't see why they wouldn't just continue to pound the ball inside.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
Here is Vasquez. He's covered by Westbrook.
Come on, box it up, man.
Well, guys, you see all these great fans, and it reminds you that what sports are really all about is kind of a community spirit, pride in the community and the team itself. And, you know, whether you're watching the pros or college ball or high school or just standing around the water cooler, I mean, sports and talking about sports can provide that common bond, a way to make friendships and overcome social barriers.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. Anderson, a screen on Westbrook. Vasquez kicks to Anderson. Gordon over Harden. And it's Gordon missing. Well, Steve, you make a great point about the universality of sports. Passionate sports fans from the humblest of settings, right? Clark, you know this, to the White House. You had a chance to interview President Barack Obama during the NCAA tournament.
You know, it was actually my second time to be in the company of the president on the White House basketball court, and what a treat and pleasure that was to spend time with our president talking about a shared passion and bond with the game of basketball. I'm a blessed man to have been able to experience that not just once, but twice.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
I'll tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Jones checked in for Ibaka. Cephalosha comes in for Kevin Durant. Daquan Cook's checked in for James Harden. And it's Maynard in for Russell Westbrook.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
Cook kicks to Jones. He feeds it to Perkins. Passes it to Maynard. And it's blocked. Cook dishes to Jones. Just 2 to shoot. For the 3. That's good.
Well, the outcome is not in question now. They've got it all wrapped up.
Agreed. I mean, they're just looking to simply run the clock out now.
Rivers with it. Down low. Got a piece of it. Lopez. Robin Lopez gets it to go. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Maynard. He's guarded by Rivers. Kicks it out to Jones. Off on the layup.
He still couldn't finish, even though it looked like he had a lane to the rim. But too often, that's the story for him.
Rivers can't get it to go.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase a bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I left. I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. Time staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep